Welcome, Scorpio, to your Astro Dice reading for December. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Best messages coming out. Let's roll the dice. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. Let's see what's going on. We have the South Node coming out into the 5th house with some Cancer energy. We're going to use Vesta because we don't have a North or South Node, but this is still talking about that spirit within, that destiny. We're talking about that karma. So Vesta is actually a part of the sun, not a part of the moon, but that's okay. The goddess within your sacred center and quiet dignity. But we are definitely talking about over here. We're coming to the South Node. We're talking about which holds all your past karma. It is the road always traveled. The roots of the past lives that are reactivated so that you may experience them again and bring them to resolution, which, you know, we're in Mercury retrograde right now, which brings back a lot of karma, whether it's from this life, whether it's within the past of this life or literally your past life. You will know. So take that how it resonates. You will know, right, guys? Use your intuition. Use your discernment. Going straight into Cancer energy, which we are getting ready for that Mars retrograde, which is going to be in the Cancer Leo constellations. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. That Mars retrograde will start on the 6th. Okay, I'll talk more about that later. I'll probably do a collective reading. If I don't do a collective reading, then I'll definitely do a short for it. So let's see what's going on. We're already in this Mercury retrograde, which is going to end on the 15th or the 16th, depending on which part of the world you're in. And then, of course, we have the new moon in Sagittarius we just had. Okay, so already moving along this month. Seems like it's moving quickly. Okay, and we're going straight into the 5th house of love, romance, things you create. Where is that card? Oh, it's stuck between these two cards. It's like, hi, I'm stuck together. Okay, guys. Where you have fun, romance, create things you are proud of. It just was not wanting to come out. Okay, so let's get straight into the situation. Situation is taking place during the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. So we do have some kind of road that you have traveled before when it comes to your 5th house, right? And it's saying there's going to be some sensitivities that come up this month in the 5th house for you. Clarifying on the situation, please. We have the Emperor, respect. Values, morals, beliefs, the stability, the structure, the protection. So we'll see if is that you or from the past. There's that past coming up. That's that South Node coming out. The Knight of Wands, Aries energy, Aries, and Pisces. Could be definitely dealing with an Aries or an Aries Taurus cusp or a Pisces Aries cusp. Just saying, right? You know, this really wants you to push forward towards doing, you know, and being the better versions of yourself. It's kind of like showing you kind of like what the past was, pushing towards something that makes you feel better, something that's, kind of capitalizing on this energy that's outlining these goals. I mean, it's kind of like, this is where I am. I want to sit, you know, in this place of joy, nostalgia, but yet I want to push. I want to push towards things that aspire me, things that are adventurous, things that make me feel like it's worth it, especially when we talk about the Knight of Wands in the fifth house. So whether that's pushing towards your creative endeavors with your creativity, your hobbies, whatever you're creative in, or just getting out there, having some fun, feeling energized. I feel like it's a little bit of everything. I feel like there's this energetic pulse that's running through you in the beginning of the month that's just like, I'm passionate about what it is I want. I'm kind of fearless when it comes to love and romance, but yet I'm also, because you got the sexy and charming coming through, or it could be a person, but I feel like if you have this person coming towards you, I feel like you're feeling the same way, right? Because it's kind of like the outlining energy of they're feeling compassionate, they're feeling sexy, they're making me feel sexy, so therefore I can take on this power. And I can really have this power. I can really feel like this is what's going to be good for me. So it does look like the adventure within the Knight of Wands is where that fun is coming through, right? The romance is where the sexy, the charming, the fun comes through. And then also the creative sparks of wanting to get out there, feeling impulsive enough. You know what? I have this, this, maybe you're writing, maybe you're singing, maybe you're in a band, maybe, whatever your creative endeavor is, it feels like you have this impulsiveness to get out there and be creative. Nothing's going to hold you back with the Knight of Wands. But I also feel like the Knight of Wands could be someone also who's an Aries, could be, doesn't have to be, but it could definitely be a fire sign who's saying, yeah, but I'm feeling the same way. And whether it's a love or it's someone who works like in your band, maybe you guys are inspired to write music together. You're inspired to create things together, right? Whatever it is you're creating, fun, romance, hobbies, right? Artwork, creative things. So it's very beautiful right here. And you know what? It's giving you kind of this nostalgic feeling. This, we're going to get out there and have some innocent fun. We're going to get out there and we're going to just make some happy moments happen because we're feeling so adventurous, or I am feeling adventurous. Take it how it resonates, whether you're with this person or not, or if it's just yourself. Okay, but this energy really is pushing towards that things are going to be better than they were in the past. I'm traveling on this road. I mean, remember what the South Node said, right? It's behavior patterns that have their roots in your past lives are reactivated so that you may experience them again and bring them to resolutions. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're bringing this to a resolution. You're saying, maybe in the past we didn't get along as well. So now we're going to put that behind us and we're going to go out and we're going to create things. We're going to explore things. Or you have this new sexy person in your life or somebody you really want to not have challenges with. And you're saying, I'm going to turn this all around. And I'm going to make better experiences for myself. And I'm going to, go away from maybe those behavioral patterns, right? Because I know what those behavioral patterns were. Maybe I wasn't as impulsive. Maybe I wasn't as inspired to take action. Right? Maybe I gave up too easily and now I'm going to do things that are different. I'm going with the flow, right? I'm taking in this power that's different than I was doing before. Okay? So you're really outlining these goals, these understandings, this love. Wow. And you're using Cancer energy. And that could be the biggest thing, right? That could make a big difference in the way you're doing things by using that Cancerian energy of being more sensitive, more caring, more loving, more, maybe more sincere to a situation, allowing them maybe to open up, maybe allowing them to be more caring, more sensitive towards you. Instead of, sometimes we push against the grain. It's like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to open up to this situation. So I'm not going to allow you to be as, charismatic with me as you were before. Or maybe I'm not taking in your, your music. Maybe, I'm thinking about just my music, something that's going on where you guys are working better together, or you're just out there really inspired and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this differently. Because there's definitely a different tone in your south node over here. The Hanged Man. Yeah, I've given it a lot of thought. So with the Hangman, you've given it a lot of thought, but you might have also felt like you put in a lot of sacrifice to be where you are today. Maybe it's even sacrificing a piece of yourself as you're reflecting upon situations. I have to change this. There's something different. I have to be more encouraged. Leaving behind the past, renewing myself, finding my new flow. So there's a lot of reflective work that I feel you have done in this area of your life. Okay, with the Seven of Pentacles, really planting the seeds over here. But, when it's just planting the seeds, it's also nurturing what you're planting. Right? I mean, you have to nurture things when you're planting things. So you're having this, reassessment. You might have been relying too much upon someone else, and now you're getting out there and you're pushing for it as well. Or maybe they relied too much on you and they're opening up to find that freedom. So however this is, because it does feel like it's kind of tweaked itself into where we now are giving to each other. There's no inflexibility. It's all about being flexible. Seven of Pentacles, I'm flexible to the situation, right? I'm seeing things differently. So let's get an oracle card for the beginning of the month. Yeah. Yeah, shedding away the old. Time to set new goals. Saying, I'm shedding away this old habit. I'm shedding away from, you want to throw it back at me in my self node, but that's okay. That's okay. Because I've now learned to shed away that old. You did it with the Hangman. I've learned to sacrifice and going in a new direction. So now you are planning where you want to be. Seven of Pentacles, planning. Right? I understand where it is I want to be. I understand that I'm laying down new things and being more open to new things, or allowing them to, they have new ideas and I'm being open. No matter what, you're being open to your new ideas, their new ideas, and seeing how it's going to work for the long lasting run. Right? Allowing this to thrill you and not have any, disheartening situations. Because if you give it too much thought, then you could say, well, that wasn't where I wanted to be. But no, you know what? I'm going to take it and run. That's okay. If they want to make some change, and I want to make some change, we're going to use as much effort as possible to allow this to work itself out. Ooh, I see a Fool card coming up. Taking some risks. Okay, so going straight to the mid-month. Show me what's going on in the mid-month within the 5th house, please. You have the Sun. Wow. So there is a lot of creativity. There could even be creativity within the relationship itself, right? So no matter what, there's a lot of creativity, a lot of positivity, a lot of vitality. You're going to be sending some great celebrations, going out with friends, going to see family, things that just bring in this happiness, things that bring in this success when it comes to the 5th house. Just really feeling that warmth around you and surrounding you. Yeah. Things that felt like they were significant within a situation, you are now putting away. You're making new progress and new things that could be potential for new significant things coming because you're open-minded, right, about the situation. You're like, okay, that's fine. Let's try it. You know, and for some of you, if you're dealing with someone else, you're like, okay, let's try it your way, right? So what's coming out? Your intuition. You could feel like there's some mysterious things. I feel like it's you who's got some intuitive things going on. You might be having some premonitions, some dreams, some things going on within that situation. This is the end of Mercury retrograde, right, as it's going to go back to kind of its shadow side before it sits upright again, right? But within your subconscious, I mean, there's a lot going on over here. You might even feel like, you know, towards the 19th or so that you're kind of feeling like I'm holding back a little bit. You know, I'm kind of not sharing everything I need to share. I'm kind of just taking action, but not really sharing as much. You know, maybe that's because you have something else that you're daydreaming about. I mean, the moon can also be a card of daydreaming, illusions, you know, trying to figure out things. And it feels like that could be it right there. I'm using my intuition, so I'm going to kind of stall. I'm going to stall in this situation. I'm going to, right, I'm going to kind of sit in my own zone over here and try to recharge while I'm thinking about the situation, because it does say over here you're kind of isolating yourself away a little bit. So there could be something else that's on your mind, and it could be just that because you had so much fun that you're recharging, right? Maybe you need to recharge. There's so much fun, you know, so much excitement that, you know, by the end of the mid-month I need to recharge, right? What better way to recharge than, you know, it's going to be Mars retrograde at this time. It starts the 6th, right? And it's going through. So it's like kind of like I want to kind of recharge over here. I'm going to allow Mars to come in to help me be more effective and more efficient and allow my energy to, you know, come through. So it could be definitely some kind of, you know, unexpected just withdrawal. They may not, you know, they might just be like, hey, where'd you go? Well, I'm kind of in my hidey hole right now because I have things to do. I have other things on my mind at this time, things I don't want to share. How do we know you don't want to share them? Hermit and the moon. I'm not sharing right now. I'm in mystery mode. Oh, Scorpio is going to be in mystery mode. Got it. Okay. Like I didn't see that coming. So after the sun says yes, there's a slowdown. There's this slowdown. I just feel like your energy is just worn, right? It's like I just need to slow down a little bit. I need to get back to my family life, my family ties. I need to get back to work. I need to go back to thinking about, you know, what really needs to be done now because it's kind of overwhelming my energy. So, you know what? So you're going to kind of swing with that Cancer too. You're going to swing emotions back to kind of the external world that you need to go to. It was like, this 5th house is so amazing, but I need to return back to work. I need to do this and that. But it's also like, you know what, that dreamer within your water comes through, right? As we have Venus also entering in around this time. So that Venus is going to kind of push you around. Okay. Going to kind of push you around back to the basics, right? Back to the basics of what it is you need. Where's these new efforts? Where's this new place I need to be? Bringing on maybe even a little bit of a challenge for you. And maybe that's why you're also withdrawing, because you might feel a little bit of that challenge. Like, I can't sit over here in the 5th house forever, right? Because you feel like you might be overindulging in the situation, or you might feel like they're overindulging in your energy. So you need to pull your energy back. Absolutely. So let's see what we got here. You also have the full moon also around the 15th as well, because the Mercury retrograde will leave when the full moon comes. Okay. that full moon in Cancer. So you're definitely, that Cancer energy is really going to pull on you. So getting down into the end of the month, please, around Christmas time. Excuse me. King of Pentacles. Yeah, worried kind of more about creating things you're proud of, getting back to that creative piece within you, but also looking at being more disciplined about where your success is going. So it's like I'm sitting in the comforts of my 5th house and I'm very comfortable there, but I need to get back to kind of the roots of where my wealth is. More like maybe you're getting back to, it feels more family. It's kind of crazy because I would say, it's more like I got to get back to work, but it doesn't feel that way. It's actually because up here you have more worried about your domestic life. I kind of have to like bring in my family ties now, right? So it does feel there's that Cancer coming in there, the concerns about the family, the caring, the loving, and it concerns the family, the mother, the child. You see what I'm saying? So up here, it's kind of like I'm more concerned over here within my family ties. And so with the wealth over here coming through, the wealth of this situation is the family ties, right? It's still within the 5th house of love. It's just that it's now more disciplined within, I got to get back in. I got to, pay attention to what my family's doing for Christmas. I got to do all of these things. So it is definitely talking about that. Remember, wealth has got many pillars, right? It's health, money, love. Okay. It's not always wealth. It's not just money. So the wealth that it's talking about here is definitely family, where your abundance is, the comforts, because it feels like there's something that's going on that feels like maybe something has come up in which you have to give more. You definitely have to give more attention. They've pulled you away from kind of the love aspect, the creative aspect, the fun aspect, to have to gather yourself on whatever is going on over here. Something that is kind of like bringing in a little bit of an obstacle. It doesn't feel like it's anything, it's kind of crazy because it doesn't feel like it's the obstacle of, oh God, it's chaotic. No, it's more like the obstacle of, I have to pay attention to this now. I need to focus here now, because you had to focus here and you were using your intuition. And like I said, you were kind of you're keeping yourself secretive about the situation. Like, I'm not speaking of this, right? So it just feels like that there's a little bit of this obstacle over here in which you need immediate attention. That's how it feels. It's kind of like an immediate attention. Like I said, is it something horrifying? No, it doesn't feel like that. It's just kind of like, okay, so let's put it this way. Like, I know I'm supposed to be there to help, with the Christmas dinner. I know I need to start doing this and that, and I haven't started yet. Oh my. Okay, Scorpio. Procrastination. My best friend over 30 years is a Scorpio. This so sounds like her. Carrie, if you are watching this, I swear you not. This is your reading. Okay. I'm so busy going la la la. That I'm having fun and doing all these other things, but then I kind of got lost. It's not your fault. It's just the way it is. So we would say that you were fence sitting. Why are you fence sitting the situation? Well, it was more like you were doing all these other things. I don't feel it was fence sitting so much as it was kind of you were pulled into this direction. Yeah, I'm going to give you the upper hand here. You were pulled into this direction, and then it was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be over here. Mom's calling, and I'm supposed to do this and that. Oh my God. See what I'm saying? I have to write her now and tell her to watch this video because I just used her blondness. I've known her since we've been best friends since 5th grade, guys. So yeah, I'm allowed to pick on her. Okay, so she's gonna laugh. Okay, so let's see. But anyways, yes, and so it's kind of like, oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. I should be over here doing that, and that's your obstacle. That's where it's coming in. That's where the obstacle comes in, because it's like, oh my gosh. I need to stop doing all of this because I have to, get all of this together too. I forgot. I was too busy having fun. Okay, slip of mind. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, it's kind of getting you a little bit of confusion. But the confusion is not a horrible thing when you have these cards next to it, because the confusion is like, not like, I don't know where anything is. You know what I mean? No, it's like, oh my gosh, I've left it for so long. I don't, shit, where should I start? I mean, it's literally almost Christmas. Where should I start? It's kind of like, I need to do this, but what's step one? You know, because I kind of let this go. You guys will know what it is. And yes, you're welcome for the reminder. Oh my God, I said I was going to do that last month. I forgot. Thanks. You're welcome. So anyways, yeah, now that you know, hopefully you'll get it done by the, start doing it by the mid-month instead of, oh my gosh. But yeah, no, and then it's like this communication. Here comes your fool card, It's like, okay, I got this. And then there comes that fifth house of creativity again, where you're like, okay, I got this. So you're kind of putting the love off. You're putting off the fifth house. It even says it with the Lovers. I'm putting off the fifth house so that I can maintain this area over here, because now it's Christmas time and it's like the struggle's for real. Right? Because now I have to move in all kinds of different directions and I'm like trying to pick up the pace. That's all it is. See, that's why I'm saying it's when the confusion comes, it's not like that type of confusion. It's more like, now I have to figure out how to get to A, B, C quickly, right? It's not clouded like, I don't know how. No, it's not that. It's about getting planning fast, right? And so the struggle over here is more of, like I said, it's more of the struggling to get all the shit together as quick as possible, right? Okay, I got this. Guys, you okay? You're okay. You got the Fool. I mean, you're good. You totally did it. You kicked ass, right? I mean, you got this. You put your Scorpion powers together and, you boom, boom, boom. Yep, there it is. You're a soldier. You did that quick. Man, you did it fast too. Knight of Swords. Holy crap. You did that so fast, like lightning speed. It's like you thought about it. You're like, and then boom. And then everything's fine. You have the Fool. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. So it will feel a little bit of like a challenge because you're going to be running around so fast. But you did it. You did it. A tornado. You got into tornado mode and you just said, zoom. And everything's good. And, mom and dad or whoever, everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. You did it. And you're happy. Pat yourself up, pat yourself on the back. You did it, right? And how do we know you did it? And it was lightning speed, because not only did you do it with being the Knight of Swords, it has the Eight of Swords. So this is, like I said, lightning speed tornado. It's like if you needed to make some pies, and you needed to make cakes, or you needed to do this and that, you got it done. So, by the end of this, I just kind of see you as like, right? Like, oh my gosh, I did it. I freaking did it. And you did it, right? You did it. And you're just like, but it's kind of funny because you have this secret and this kind of like hidden piece, like you were trying to like not tell anyone. Like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. I'll talk to you later. I got to go for a second. But I didn't really want to tell anyone that I was dropping the ball. So I just kicked it into gear. And they were like, good job. You did such a great job. And you were like, yeah, you don't even know. And I don't know if I want to tell you right now. I'll tell you later. I'm too tired. But then all of this happiness and joy comes up because you have the Sun again. So there it is. There it is. There it is. And then, that Capricorn's going to come in too. So, you have to remember at the end of the month here, you have that Capricorn mode too. So, that's gonna really help you, because it's gonna make you feel more, pragmatic. It's gonna make you feel more practical about the situation. So, that's why I don't feel that, you're gonna really 100% be in confusion, because you're just gonna like, oh yeah, I got it. Absorb that energy, get in there and kick ass. And then have a beautiful Christmas and get ready for a beautiful New Year. Wow. Okay. grab an overall card for this one. Whew. But, you know, it's almost like it was this, you know, the spare of the moment. But as I say, it's definitely a Scorpion energy anyways to do things a lot of times at the spare of the moment, my friends. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Find ways to lighten up and not make everything so serious. And that's what I feel you did. You know, that's exactly what's happening in the end, right? Is this is like, okay, right? New beginnings. You will start a new job, life, clean sweep over the hit the reset button. Yeah, I think you did hit the reset button no matter what. You did make a clean sweep at the end of the month, didn't you? Or won't you? See, I'm always reading like it's already happened because I already see it. So, or it's like I already see it happening, but it's not happened yet. But yeah, you are going to make a clean sweep. It's just funny because the way I read, it's like you can see it, so it already feels like it's already happened. But no, you're going to make this clean sweep. You're going to really hit this reset button. We know that though because you have the Fool. The Fool is the reset button. So yeah, I mean, it's just how beautiful is that? So, message from Spirit. I wonder if the card's going to be kick your butt early so that you're not killing yourself in the end. Can I get that card too for Taurus? Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? Oh, you guys already got that though.